Welcome back to the Roulette Room. Let's see if today's spins will beat the odds. And on the table today, we're going to be playing what's called No Boss Roulette that I found online. Um, it is a $700 bankroll system, and it's based on betting on two sets of dozens. And you're going to spin and wait until you have three in a row of the same dozen, and then you're going to bet 100 on each of the other dozens. So in order to get this started, um, we're going to kind of be sitting back. We'll get our timer ready here. We're going to kind of be sitting back and spinning and waiting to see when we get three in a row of the same dozen. So anyways, we'll see. We'll see where this starts. We won't be betting on every single spin, but we will test this out for 15 minutes. From what I found online, people would go and the gentleman that come up with it would go and win $200 in one day and walk. So let's go ahead and start our timer at 15 minutes. We have, let's go ahead and spin here. So you're going to see that we're not going to be betting for every single spin. We have a 10 and a 2. So if we can get another one in this first dozen, the first 12, then we will place our bets. And that didn't work. So we'll just sit tight. If you're in the casino, you just sit tight, um, get you a drink, sit back, watch other people lose a bunch of money. Hopefully yourself will be winning some money. But just sit back and kind of relax, and you could even listen to a little music in the meantime. Enjoy the atmosphere. Me myself, I find that the casino has a very inviting atmosphere. I mean, obviously, because they want you to you know be invited in, feel warm and welcome in there, so you'll spend up a bunch of money. All right, we're almost there. It takes a few minutes, but with automated roulette, it goes pretty quick. A live dealer, this would probably take a long time. So let's see if we can get one more in that third 12 so we can start betting here. If you get three in a row, that kind of takes the heat off of it happening, a fourth or fifth time, to where you can bet on the other two dozens. Shouldn't take real long though to get there. I played this system one time in in the midst of playing a different method. I think I was playing Romanovsky one time, and I had three in a row of one, so I switched over to No Boss, and really quick for one spin, and that worked out really well. You'll see once we get going here how it works. Let's see if we can get one more in that third dozen. It's getting so close. It stinks having to wait, but but this way you can kind of see where we're at here and what it takes to do it. That you need to have some patience. It pays out well. It's definitely a slow process at the start. You definitely wouldn't want to do this with a live dealer unless you had all kinds of time. Would not be my thing. Ah, all right. But at least the casino gives out free drinks and such, to where you can go in and sit back and enjoy a couple while you're waiting for your spin to come around, especially if it's not busy. If you pick a good day that's not very busy, you can kind of have the machine to yourself, and that helps a lot. I was really hoping this would have come around a little quicker. Usually whenever I do this, after, you know, 12 or 15 spins, you've got 3 in a row. Um, but it isn't playing out that way right now. But with each of these spins, we're not losing any money. So, all right, let's see if we can get one more there. One more will help. Nope, didn't happen. Yeah, if you were playing with a live dealer, it would take a while, and I would figure, I feel like you'd be taking up a seat from somebody that's actually wanting to, you know, play each spin. So I definitely wouldn't want to give us a shot with that. I mean, that's just my own perspective with it. Let's see if this will be a second dozen here. Nope. We've had 5 minutes of spins, and no 3 in a row. Let's see if we can get a third in a row right here in this third dozen. Nope. This is crazy. We can't even get what we need whenever we're not even betting. Let's see where we're at here. All right, let's see if we can get one more in that first dozen. Nope. Hmm. It's not the best system in the world, but you're not losing money. You're not taking a chance on losing money when you're doing this. And you'll see how quick you can win it. Um, you know, you'll see you'll see that it's not a bad method at all. All right, let's see if we can get one more. Let's see if we can get one more in that second dozen. There we go. Now, so we have 3 in that second dozen. So we're going to do $100 bet on the first 12 and the third 12. $200 bet, spin the wheel. You've already had 3 in a row, so there you are. There's a $100 win. All right, there we go. Won $100. Okay, now keep spinning with no bet. And you can kind of see um, the way it works is you get the 3 in a row, and you get the 3 in a row, and then you do your $100 bets on the other 2 dozens. If you end up losing, then you do 250 on the other 2 dozens, and you'll profit. It puts you up. Forget what it is. Huh. I was trying to think of something, and but I mean, some people will go in and they'll play and they'll play and they'll play, and they won't even get to $100 win. And then here, we're not even betting anything, and then we go and we make us $100, that quick, one spin. Let's see where we're at here. Nope. Couldn't remember which dozen that was. About 9 minutes in. So when I found this online, the gentleman that had sent it to him, uh, his goal was to go in and win $200 in a day. He calls it No Boss Roulette. And so he goes and wins his $200 a day playing this system and walks away. Some people takes more money, some people takes less. If you're playing roulette for a living, I believe if I was wanting to play it for a living, I would. You're still going to have taxes, but you are going to have some write-offs. But I believe I would want $400 or $500 a day, and you'd have to have a pretty large bankroll in order to not be, I guess, greedy, so to speak. Um, I don't know. I mean, if you start getting up $400 and $500 in a day, it's hard to, it's hard to like justify sitting there to get that. I would think that it would be best to take your money while you're up and run. But if you have a higher bankroll, the ratio of what your bankroll is to what you're winning, I mean, it's the same. 10%'s this, 20%'s that. So I mean, I don't guess it would really matter. I don't know. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments on everything. Let me know your thoughts on this system here. All right, let's see if we can get another second 12 here. Second dozen. Mm-mm. Didn't happen. There's a 5, a 6, a 7, a 8. 9. Getting all the numbers. What would it really take? I know each person's scenario is different, but what would it actually take to, you know, consistently replace your income with playing roulette? What, like, what amount of bankroll? What amount of money each day? How many days a week would you play, and so forth? Like, what would you be comfortable with betting to um, and putting at risk in order to replace your income? I'd like to know that. And not necessarily your income, but like what would you be happy with? Does anybody ever spin the roulette wheel and get dizzy looking at it? I guess it's just where I'm having to spin it so many times so quick. All right, let's see if we can get a third one in the first dozen there. Oh, didn't get it. All right. See how close we get here. Nope. We got about 2.5 minutes left, and we've only had to bet one time. Um, Even though we've done a bunch of spins, we have only put our money at risk one time, and we've won $100. I mean, it's hard, is it boring? A little bit, but I mean, it's hard to really complain. Would be nice to, man, the daggone zero. Hitting twice in a row. Good thing we're not in a high betting uh, spin. Sure would be nice to be able to place one more bet here before our 15 minutes runs out. Got about a minute and a half left. Apparently 3 in a row don't happen very often on this one. All right, let's see if we can get one more in that first dozen. Got about a minute left. Nope, didn't happen. Can only imagine how many drinks you could consume if you're waiting this long. Uh, see if we can get one more in that third dozen so we can make us another bet here. No, that didn't happen either. About 30 seconds left. All right, see if we can get one more in that first dozen. Hopefully one more here in the first dozen. There we go. All right, and our time has expired. We have a 4, 8, and a 10 in the first dozen. Second and third dozens, we're going to bet $100 on each for a $200 spin. And let's see if we can land in one of those two. And we didn't. We didn't. What are the chances in that? So you're going to go and you're going to put, the way that works, whenever you lose, that many spins will end up hitting 4 in a row. You go and you put 250. We're going to be down 100. You're going to go put 250 on each of the second and third 12. $500 spin. This is the remaining 500 of your $700 bankroll. And you're going to spin. What are the chances in that? But, all right, so on the $500 bet, you're going to net 250. You're down 100, so your session is at $150. So they said that he would go and he would win 200 and he would go out. Now, obviously, we could keep playing, but for our 15 minutes, it's up. We're up $150 for the day. We made 3 different bets. We didn't put our money at risk too much, so it's no big deal. All right, and y'all be sure to follow along with us and like and subscribe and talk to us in the comments. Tell us what you think about everything, and we will see you on the next one.